Hey guys and gals, it's your buddy Drew with Living History's Mysteries and Black Cat Paranormal. You know, when it comes to the paranormal, when it comes to mysterious happenings at different locations, a lot of times it's attributed to either the land, something that's happened in that building, or some of the items that are kept in that building. It's easy to understand, when you're dealing with, a Dybbuk box or, dolls, another big one. But what about historic items? You guys know we've investigated a few museums since getting started in the paranormal and the parahistorical. But what about the big museums? What about the city, state, or national museums? Today we're going to take a look at just one of those museums where the guards don't even like being in there at night. Check this out. This is good.
When the 2006 movie Night at the Museum hit our screens, it opened up our imaginations in a child-friendly way of exploring the mystery of the past. Magical goings-on took place at night in New York's iconic Natural History Museum, and it seems that for a group of security guards guarding the British Museum, that these happenings are actually commonplace, and spooky goings-on have been reported by one group of guards for almost 30 years now, predating a children's book that the movie was based on and asking the question if there is in fact a sinister truth behind the fantasy. It has now come to light during the time of lockdown that the security for the British Museum have been complaining about a whole host of goings-on taking place during the night, including crying amongst the incredible array of 8 million artifacts housed at the famous London attraction that seem to come to life at nighttime. Reporting in The Economist 1843 magazine with the headline, "Argos Haunting the British Museum," Killian Fox begins his report by describing the after-hour events that take place within the walls of the museum, describing a palpable change that is extremely similar to the plot of the movie. The museum is the most popular tourist attraction in Britain, with more than 6.2 million people visiting in 2019 and over 17,000 new visitors every day before lockdown. Without these visitors, the relentless thrum of activity beneath the glass and steel lattice roof of the Great Court fades to a whisper. A thick silence fills the cavernous galleries that surround it, each one loaded with artifacts that encompass the far-reaching arc of human history and the anomalous understanding of the past. By the time the night shift begins, most of the lights in the museum have been switched off or dimmed, and the security staff who patrol the length and breadth of the 14-acre complex until early morning carry out many of their duties by torchlight. By torchlight here, they are using the British interpretation of the flashlight for all of us here in North America. Scouring the premises for anomalies such as water leaks or the smell of gas, they cast their beams into dark corners, the shadows melting back to reveal a warlike Roman bust of an Aztec mask with shiny eyes and teeth. They may even confront a real human being, like the body of an Egyptian king or queen, 5,500 years dead, recreated inside a sandy grave. Even without visitors, the museum is never completely silent, and the main building, which dates back to the 1820s and has been expanded and reconfigured ever since, is alive with creaks, as old buildings are prone to be. The guards are accustomed to such disturbances, but ever so often a patrol encounters a noise, a flash of movement, or simply a sudden lurch in the pit of the stomach that stops even hardened veterans in their tracks. Sometimes it's the doors, but to complete a full circuit of the museum, more than 3,000 doors need to be opened and closed, and some of these, particularly ones that seal off the major galleries, are cumbersome to shut. But when bolted, they won't open again without a tussle, except when they do. Take the Sutton Hoo Gallery, for example, the so-called greatest ever archaeological discovery, which houses treasures from an Anglo-Saxon ship. Among them is a ferocious-looking helmet believed to have been worn by the king of the East Angles in the 7th century. On one occasion, a guard bolted the double doors and moved on to the next room, only to be informed by a CCTV operator that the doors stood wide open again, and video footage of the gallery showed them moving spontaneously. Sometimes it's a sudden drop in temperature, like the unnerving patches of cold air that linger next to the winged, human-headed bull of Nimrud at the entrance of the Assyrian galleries. Sometimes it's the sound of footsteps or music or crying, where no obvious source can be found. And sometimes it might be the objects themselves, like this one night when a security guard was passing through the African galleries in the basement and paused for a moment before the figure of the two-headed dog. The guard believed this 19th century wooden Congolese fetish, bristling with rough iron nails, possessed some mysterious power. On this particular night, he felt an irresistible compulsion to point his finger at it. And as he did so, the fire alarms in the gallery went off. A few days later, the guard returned to the gallery with his brother, who also pointed to the two-headed dog again, and alarms sounded. These stories were all told directly or indirectly to Noah Angle, an American artist and storyteller who has been researching haunting at the British Museum since 2016. But there are many other tales, too, of spectacular figures cropping up in visitors' photographs. Right around 3 a.m. on this one occasion, an alarm went off in one of the restrooms, and a pair of guards rushed over to check what was going on. However, nothing seemed amiss until a guard received a call from a CCTV operator who said that large balls of white light were hovering above a staircase in the Great Court and chasing each other through the air. "We can't see anything," the security guards responded. "They're all around you," the CCTV operator replied. The appearance of the orbs coincide with an exhibition called Germany Memories of a Nation, which ran from October 2014 to January 2015. The guard who stood among the balls of light wondered if they might be connected to one of the exhibits, a white wrought iron gate from the concentration camp at Buchenwald that bore the motto, "Jedem das Zani," to each what he deserves. "You get objects that hold energy," the guard explained. Nothing else in that exhibition was anything that will have caused something like that. I'm really not surprised if someone attached to that object was to come with it. You couldn't blame them, to be quite honest. I'm happy to have them here. The orbs appeared at the same time each night until the exhibition ended. When Germany went, the security guard said, they went. By the turn of the 19th century, antiquities were flooding into the museum from overseas at an extraordinary rate. Few people seem to mind or notice the oddity of calling a museum British when it contained objects that were anything but. By 1801, when the British Army seized the Rosetta Stone from the French in Egypt, Lord Elgin had already begun stripping marble statues and panels from the Parthenon. Much of the current debate around restitution has its roots in that period. European powers roamed the globe, divided it between them, and sent the treasures home. Not everything was acquired illegally. Some items were bought, exchanged, or received as gifts, though there's a question as to how freely a gift is given. If it's handed over to a man at the head of a platoon of bayonets, for example. But what do you guys think of these strange little goings-on? Are the artifacts crying to return to their native place of origin, or is something else going on? Comments below, and as always, thank you for watching.
Half Irish, half Jewish. So.
You are? I love Jews. We owned 40,000 of them.
Such lovely people.
Here we go. They were very happy, always singing with candles.
Yeah, they really weren't happy.
Really?
No, they left. They spent about 40 years in the desert trying to escape.
Oh.
Yeah, we have dinner once a year and talk about it. It's a big deal.
welcome to the British Museum. My name's Tilly.
Hi, thank you. I'm Larry Daly from Natural History New York.
They let you travel.
Well, this is kind of unusual.
Well, they let me travel. You know where?
No.
Home, here, home, back here, off to the 5-minute maximum. So that must be like what wicked being a security guard in America. With your gun, with the silencer, with your ninja swords.
Welcome back. You know, it's like I was saying in the beginning, since getting started in the paranormal, parahistorical, our names really spread out there. People like the fact that we do as little editing as possible to leave nothing to the imagination. And we've done our share of museums. Man, have we done our share of museums. So, would it surprise you if I told you, and this is totally off in a different angle. I want to touch on the mystery of Galeen real fast. Would it surprise you that there are 12 articles online from different news agencies, TV, radio, newspaper, that have talked about the hauntings of Galeen?
I think I've seen some of those, and I'm not surprised. I mean, no, this is not news to me. I think a few years ago it was, I think there were some of the groups that felt like Galeen was one of the most haunted areas in America.
But all right, man, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Sorry for keeping you guys out so late, and we appreciate you letting us come in and investigate and check out the town.
Yeah, no, we're eager to see what you guys find and maybe learn from that, and perhaps maybe some other time we can go investigate something else, either go over to the old train depot area or maybe to the cemetery and do some investigating there as well too.
That'd be great. Look forward to it. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're just getting ready to start off here in the right jail cell.
It says mouth.
Mouth?
Mouth.
Mouth.
You're talking. It says mouth.
Huh. While I'm talking.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was getting ready to turn on the camera. Mark came in and his voice box had already pulled up too high. The second that I started talking to the camera, it said mouth.
Before that, it says too high up. And
Too high up.
Oh, we're definitely a little high up.
We're actually probably about 4 or 5 feet up off the ground right now because the old jailhouse sets up on blocks. I'm gonna go on and I'm gonna flip on my EMF detector.
Yeah, there's nothing there. They're just empty boxes. Completely empty boxes.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, so there's a spirit here. If you sit right where the corner is, can you lay down right here on the...
Is anyone here?
Yeah, spike higher than that. Yeah, I know. Can you make a spike into the red? If you're here, can you touch my hand? Or just get off the tester? We're trying to make your presence known. If you can put as much energy as you can into this EMF detector, make it spike higher.
Hey, darn, we're getting a little something.
Keep it in this groove, and then we'll do another song. Here. Yeah, we go that high. That is so weird. I'll leave that on.
Alright. Gonna do the voice box thing. Or the recorder.
sit back on this bed? You're here. Can you sit back on
Is anybody here? Anybody that would like to talk to us? We're historians. We study the past. And we would like to know if you would talk to us. Tell us who you are. Tell us your name. What is your name? Tell us your name. What is your name? Tell us your name. What is your name?
nothing?
Could you tell us your name? Maybe give us some kind of a sign. If you see this little silver box that I'm holding in my hand right here, it'll pick up your voice. And you can talk to us through this little box. Or you can talk to us through the black box that my friend here is holding. It'll actually show your words. Could you please talk to us? Could you tell us something? A name?
This is going off into the red, by the way.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's going nuts.
Yeah, it sure is. Put it up here by the camera, or in front of the camera.
It's spiking the red over by here, and then it's still going. That is nuts. Turn it on. Wow, it's like right here.
Could you please talk to us? Could you tell us something? Could you tell us your name? Maybe give us some kind of a sign. If you see this little silver box that I'm holding in my hand right here, it'll pick up your voice. And you can talk to us through this little box. Or you can talk to us through the black box that my friend here is holding. It'll actually show your words. Could you please talk to us? Could you tell us something? A name?
This is going off into the red, by the way.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah. Could you tell us something? What you're about to hear. A name?
This is going off into the red, by the way.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's going nuts.
Yeah, it sure is. Put it up here by the camera, or isn't it in front of the camera?
Which is a sign of a high electromagnetic field followed by a...
It's spiking the red over by here, and then it's still going.
That is nuts. Turn it on. That is nuts. Turn it on. That is nuts. Turn it on. Hey guys, this room down here with the buggies and stuff is very active. I just had physical contact. I seen an orb move across the screen, and within a minute I felt it almost like someone blew on the back of my neck. So, which is good because, you know, I was recording, so they got me peeing myself. That's really nice. Guys, you need to check this out. Listen to what him and Dan found back in the tool room. This is cool.
This is cool. You know, we're out here at the Van Buren Poorhouse, and we're in the back of the tool room. We had the FLIR camera, and I was panning the FLIR camera around, and we noticed a little shadow type figure kind of peering out, like it was looking out, and then it kind of pulled back in and disappeared. you know, there were windows down there, and we did see our reflections. And I'd see my reflection, you know, on another window afterwards. It wasn't me. I was moving. When I was kind of checking my reflection, and when I seen that little thing kind of peeking out, I was standing still, you know. And we tried to recreate it. We could not recreate it. Something tag. I don't know, man. It's the Van Buren Poorhouse. That's all I can say. Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool stuff.
Always cool stuff. Mike branched off from me. He's actually back in the back end. He's actually back in the back end around the tree limb from the Chickamauga battlefield. It says what?
It says hurry.
Hurry?
Yep.
What was the first thing it said?
Hide.
Hide.
I'm by the Chickamauga branch.
Let's get back here. Oh my God.
We're here for you. We want to know your story. Good or bad. Sophie.
Sophie?
Who is Sophie? Is Sophie your girl? Do you miss Sophie? Is there any way we could help you find or get a message to Sophie? Don't go yet. We're here. We were both in the same army you were in, just a different time period. There you go. Come on back. Come on back. We got you.
What, you're going up and down?
It went way up there for a little while, dude. I mean, like.
Let me show you guys this limb he's working with.
You know who I am. I've spent hours and hours and hours in here with you before. Now I just finally get a chance to meet you. What is your name? My name's Michael. Are you Sophie? I know it's hard. See if you can come up with one more word for us. I know it takes all you got. Here we go. Come on back, buddy. We want to know your story. We want to know who you are.
Window.
Which window? Window. Should we approach a window? Should we go to one of the windows? This place is full of windows. You want us to go to a window? No, weekly. A weekly window. Yeah, I was here weekly. I was here all the time. Yes, I was. And we did work on the windows. That's me. Could you tell us your name? Are you Sophie? Well, you did give us one more word. That's all I asked for.
.1 milligauss. Temperature's gone up again by 1 degree.
You're going to be quiet for me now? Come on back one more time and I'll leave you alone. One more time and I'll leave you alone. But I will be back to visit you later. Is that all right?
If you need energy, this little device right here with the lights on it sitting beside the branch, you are more than welcome to use that energy to keep communicating. Energy to keep communicating. Energy to keep communicating.
It's right here. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Right here by these pieces of shrapnel.
Right here.
That was weird. Anyway, there's something about museums and the hundreds, even thousands of years of items that are in these different displays. Everything from an ill-fated mummy to a tablet to a book to a small statue. There's just something about dealing with that side of history. Because, I mean, I've said it 1,000 times, and I'll probably say it 1,000 more. What is the paranormal, if not an echo of history, a doorway to the past? I can't wait to do our next museum. I can't wait for winter to break. We've got some new gear to try out. I can't wait. But I hope you guys enjoyed this look at a real mysteries at a museum. Fascinating. But that's all we got for you today. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. God bless you. God love you. We do. And we'll see you out there.